Welcome, Jimmy Tsui, aka Big Head.
Hi, how you doing?
Ni hao dai lo. So you were born in Hong Kong in 1965.
Yes.
And you grew up in Hong Kong the first few years of life.
Yeah, until 12, yeah.
And you were hanging around with some characters that your father did not feel comfortable with you, being around every day.
Mm-hmm.
He saw that there was a potential for you to get involved with criminal activity or just get in trouble in general.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point he decided it was time to move you and his family to the States. You had an aunt in the States, and that was his connection to, the American Chinese community in the States, specifically in New York.
Yes.
So at age 13, you moved to New York, to Chinatown?
Actually, yeah, age 12.
12.
Yeah, because I born in December.
Okay. You born when?
December.
December, okay. So you're Sagittarius?
Yeah.
Solid.
No, I'm Scorpio. Scorpio. No, sorry. I born in November.
Oh, so
I'm
you're
a Scorpio
like me.
Yeah.
November 7th. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Mm.
What's your birth date?
First.
Oh, excellent.
Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody remember my holiday, Halloween. Nighttime.
Oh, 30. Oh,
31st.
31st.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. So you moved to Chinatown.
Mm.
You get into school. Your parents, they work from sun up to sundown, so there's not a lot of time for them to pay attention to what you're doing with your time during the course of the day after school and so forth.
Yeah.
You make friends, and you are at some point, you and your friends are dealing with kids who are hooked up with gangs, and those kids are putting pressure on you, trying to extort you for money, telling you you have to either join their gang or you will, have to pay them money every day.
Yeah, exactly.
So you and your friend approach an older guy who is related to your friend and a cousin of your friend who's involved in the gang life, and y'all explain to him that you're having this problem. So he assigns you guys some protection, some young older guys, a little bit older than you, who will come around your school after school and basically walk you home every day, whatever. And then at some point, one of your schoolmates is killed by a gang, a local gang, the Flying Dragons.
Yes.
And this prompts you to make the decision to move forward into the gang life yourself. At this point, you are 14 years old. The year is 1979. And from that point, the roller coaster ride that is your life begins.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So here we are. It's 1979. Young Jimmy Tsui is moving around in the Chinatown, New York Chinatown area. Chinatown, what is Chinatown like in 1979? Is it a large community, or what's it like?
Chinatown is a little bit area, only got a couple of street, and most of the store is opening by the Chinese people, and got a couple of association, Chinese association. And most of the new immigrants, they live together in Chinatown. That's how Chinatown is, but not many people at that time.
Okay, so the associations, what are these associations called, and what is their purpose?
Okay, association is like, in China, they have all different districts. And if you come if you're coming from the certain district, and the people over there, they stick together and they create an association.
And this association is supposed
and the association is helping the new immigrant.
So when new people hit town, hit the country, they help them to gain housing and jobs.
Yeah,
and
everything. Yeah, school, everything.
And so when your family arrives, does it take a long time for you to get adjusted, for your family to get adjusted, for jobs and school and all that kind of stuff?
As I remember, my parents, when we first got here, my parents like as soon like only a week or so, and they start to work.
Okay, and what does your father do?
My father, at first, my father worked in the restaurant, but only like a month or so, and he quit because like too tired in the restaurant, working in the restaurant. So afterward, he working in the factory with my mom. And
what sort of factory did they work in?
A clothing factory. Clothing, yeah. And that's the only job they have in the United States.
Really?
They're working until they retire.
Wow.
Yep.
And so your parents, they're working from like what time do they go to work, and about what time do they go
7 in the
home?
morning until at least like 7 at nighttime. Sometimes, if they have like a rush order, they have to work until like overnight.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're being left unattended for whole days.
Yeah.
When you get up, they're probably already gone. By the time you get home, they might not even be home yet. Or if they are, you're asleep. So you guys are really not connecting.
Yeah, you can say that. Mm-hmm.
So what are you spending, aside from school, what are you spending most of your time doing at this point?
Besides school, so after school, we hang out, my friend's place. Most of the time, hang out, my friend's place. And what else? Yeah, hang out in the park. Just playing ball in the park. Just hang out until nighttime. Until dinner time, go home eat dinner. That's it.
Right.
Yeah.
And are your friends, are they involved in street activity? Are they involved in gangs or anything like that?
No, not yet.
Right. And you guys are around 12 down at this point, 12, 13.
Yeah, 13, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So at some point, you have you are approached. You and your friends are approached by some kids who are slightly older.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And they tell you basically either you join our gang or you pay
the protection money.
Extortion fee every day.
They call it protection money.
Protection money.
Yeah, protection in the school. Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right. So to protect you, so you got to pay them to protect you from them.
From going to school.
Right.
If you don't pay them, after school, they will beat you up. Every day they are waiting outside on the school.
So how do you deal with that? You're new to the country.
Mm-hmm.
Were you familiar with did you encounter this type of thing when you were in Hong Kong?
No.
So this is an entirely new experience for you. Yeah. An entirely new place. Mm-hmm. How do you manage this? How do you adjust to this?
Look for
What's
help.
Your response?
We look for help.
Okay, so where is it that you, a new kid in a new country, a new community, it's your community ethnically, but it's a new community to you. So where do you know or go to find help?
Ask my classmate. Ask my classmate who's come here longer, and ask them, who's this guy, what we should do, like this. So my classmates taught me, look for the help.
And this help comes in the form of someone who is involved in gang activity.
Yeah.
And so when you first approach this person, you don't approach him alone. You're taken to this person by a friend of yours, yeah?
Yes.
And this person is what, a relative of your friend?
Yes, cousin.
And he is involved in the gang life.
Mm-hmm.
And you approach him and ask him, we need protection. We want to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
And what does he offer you?
Say, okay, they go to resolve this problem. They go handle this problem. You people just keep going to school. Nothing happen to you guys. So we just keep going to school. And the next day when you're off school, and we saw those guys who tried to kick me to the gang, and they outside, and we saw another couple of people and stand behind, and we never saw them before. And so when we walk out from the school, they come to us and ask us are you whatever whose cousin tell us to come here and pick you guys up after school? So we follow them and go home.
And how long do you do that? How long do you deal with this protection detail?
Oh, it's been nonstop, almost every day.
Every day.
Yeah, but afterward we don't go home after school. We most of the time we go up to the association and hang out over there.
So the association, it's the Tong Association, yes?
Yes.
All right. Explain to us briefly what the Tong Association actually is.
The members of the association, they hang out over there inside the association, like sometimes they playing card, playing MJ. You know what's MJ, right?
No.
This Chinese gambling game. We call it mahjong. It's like
mahjong.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes they playing domino. Some other people, they socialize in the association. A lot of people, and
So
we
like
have a basement.
Club.
Yeah, we have a basement. It's like pretty big basement. It's like over like 2,000 square foot, and it's empty. It's only for us. Okay, and down there the basement we have like pool table. We have like arcade machine. We have like ping pong table, and those kind of things. Yeah.
The Tong Association is, in your instance, it's like an after-school program.
You can say that.
Right.
Playground.
So you kids go to this social
after
club
school
for kids.
playground.
Say again?
After school playground. Okay.
Yeah, after school playground.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We
All
just
right.
hang out over there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we just hang out over there because at that time it's like already have my old generation's people over there and playing around. We have like at least like every day, at least like between 20 people over there already. And there's a guys and girls, and they all just hang out over there.
Right. And there's no pressure inside the Tong Association being put on you to join any type of gang organizations, nothing like that.
They never asked us to join.
All right.
Never.
So something happens that causes you to decide that you need to join a gang.
Yeah, one of my classmates, like we hang out every day, real close friend, and he got killed by the fire dragon, by the other group. And after he got killed, we found out that he killed by a fire dragon, and we found out the reason is they thought he's a member of the Tongon gang, but which we are not. We are not yet a Tongon gang, okay? And after he got killed, and then we want to get a revenge, so we officially become a member.
So the Flying Dragons, they are an established gang.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty well known in it, and they're pretty violent, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the average age of a member of the Flying Dragons gang? What the age range?
Age range like 16, 17. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we're kids.
Yep.
Yeah. So one of these 16, 17-year-old kids mistakes one of your friends for
the guy who actually did that? I think it's older than that.
Oh, the kid who did that was older.
Older than that, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so this young adult kills your teenage friend, mistaking him for a gang member.
Yeah.
And he's mistaken him for a gang member because what? He hangs around gang members?
We hang out every day in the association.
And did you guys know when you were going to this association that there was a chance
at first
because you go there, because you hang out there, that you could be mistaken for?
No, they never tell us.
Yeah, nobody ever told.
Yeah, we just hang out. We don't know this danger. We hang out every day over there. Nothing we know until this thing happened.
All right, so now you're dealing with this death. Your friend has been killed.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a gang member.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't a gang member.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, you feel motivated to become part of the gang?
Yeah, because
Why
we
is
want to
that?
take a revenge.
For revenge.
Yeah.
So how do you just walk up and say, "Hey, I want to be in the gang now"?
Yeah.
Like, I know I was just coming in, playing, but now I want to be in the gang, and they go, "Okay." Like,
Yeah.
how does it go?
And do some what you might call it? Before do some ritual. Okay, and they give us you can say a member's number, and then we become a member.
So, the soldiers, when you become a member, you're basically a soldier, you're a foot soldier.
Yeah.
Low level, right?
Yeah, low level. Yeah.
And there are a lot relative to the higher ranks.
Yeah.
There are a good amount of foot soldiers. So
Mm-hmm.
the numbers that they give you, which is kind of like I would say a gang. It's like kind of like a prisoner number when you go to jail.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Right?
You can say that.
All right. And there's somebody who keeps track of whose number is whose.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you get your gang number. And now as a gang member, are you assigned responsibilities? Are you told like there's things you have to do now?
Actually, at the beginning, we don't assign anything. We just go out every day searching the fire dragon every day, and we saw them. We start to shoot them. That's from
your immediate move as soon as you are brought in.
Yep.
And before you share that, share with us what that process was. Once you told them you want to be a member, they tell you there's a process.
And then we
can you share with us?
Okay, after we become a regular member, and then we have an instructor to train us, taught how to use gun, taught how to fight, how to self defend, and teach us like the area in Chinatown, which place we can go, which place we cannot go, and our territory is like between what location, and different locations belong to which gang, and that's a guy who teach us everything.
What was the process, the ritual?
The ritual is
you have to go through in order to become Tongon.
We have to at that time I have 4 people with me, together 4 people. And we are
4 people who were also coming on, new members at the same
it's
time.
all my classmates.
Okay,
all my friends.
Your classmates.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, that's the beginning. Okay, afterward, almost like my whole class, the whole class people joined the TO. My class. Okay, not the school, my class people, everybody joined the TO.
This is like 8th grade.
Yeah, 8th grade. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we went into this apartment, and there's two guys over there, and one is the leader, and one is his brother, and got a big table over there, and on the table there's a Chinese god statue on over there, and we have to burn the incense, and we have to kneel down, and then whatever he say, we have to copy the word he say, and we have to use the needle and cut our finger to get the blood out into the water, and we have to drink a sip, and then he taught us the rule of the gang. Like we have to 100% obey the boss.
No questions asked.
Huh?
No questions asked. Whatever you're told to do, you got to do.
Yeah, you just say yes. You just follow his word. Okay. We cannot against each other. We cannot cheat to each other. We cannot take each other's girl. Anything happen to any one of you, everybody have to help him, and never snitch, and never tell our parents we join the gang, and Oh, a lot of things, as I remember right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's an interesting thing. You're 8th grade, so I mean, you're 14 when you join.
13.
Or you're 13 when
Yeah.
you join.
Not November
Okay.
yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's in
Beginning of the year, yeah. Mm-hmm.
End of the year, like mine. So you can't tell your parents.
Mm-hmm.
They tell you that you can't tell your parents.
Mm-hmm.
That when you first hear that doesn't stand out to you as odd or questionable, or you kind of get it. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to tell my conservative Chinese parents, of course, that I'm part of a gang.
Okay, at that time, we never think of that.
Right.
All in our mind is take the revenge. We want the revenge because our best friend just got killed. That's it.
So now you're a part of this organization.
Mm-hmm.
You got your crew. You got your guys. Now it's time to go and find the person who's responsible for killing your guy.
Get training first.
Right.
Yes.
So
they go to train us. After training, we go outside every day and try to find that guy and or any member in Five Dragon.
You know who the particular Five Dragon member is, but any member that you find would be sufficient. So say you didn't find the person who did it in particular, but you find one of them and you exact revenge on that person. Does that satisfy the need for revenge or the requirement for revenge? Or do you still have to pursue the particular individual who was responsible?
You still have to find that guy.
So until you find that guy, anybody associated with his gang is a target.
Yeah.
But once you do find that guy, or say you do find a guy, and
we didn't.
You deal with it, and you did.
We didn't find that guy. Before we found him, he got arrested.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was he arrested for killing your friend or something else?
Yes.
He was arrested for killing your friend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and doing 15 years in prison.
So at that point, is it over in terms of the revenge thing? He's busted. He's in jail.
But in the process, okay, we get more enemy.
Right.
Yeah, we beat up a lot of people, or some of my people got beat up, so we get more enemy. So long stop, never stop.
Right.
This thing happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's a snowball effect.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
There's no way you can stop that.
So now you're part of this gang. You are, you've basically gotten your revenge to the degree that you can. But what other things do you have to, or do you decide to get involved with as it relates to being a Tongan? What else do you do?
We try to, protect our street, protect our territory. Protect our association and the store. You can say like we do our best to protect our area.
Right.
Yeah.
So you at some point it has to start making dollars to make sense. So what is it that a group of 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds in Chinatown and in the early 80s, what is there for you to do in order for you to maintain it?
At first, like at that age, you don't expend money a lot. Okay, we got place to live. We got restaurant to eat. We don't have to pay. We got movie theater. We can watch movie. We don't have to pay. Almost everything we need, we don't have to pay. We got protein, we get clothing on the street, we don't have to pay. So what you need money for at the beginning, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't have to pay because of the juice and the power that the gang has.
Yeah. Okay. But after a while, you will feel like, I want to, go to the party or whatever, and we need money. So we start to ask the store for money, for protection money. That's how we start.
And the stores that you that you decide to step to and say, look, we need a couple of dollars from you every so often.
Yeah.
Who picks those? Do you pick those, or does
You don't pick
your boss
every
pick
store
those?
you walk in. Every single store, never miss. You don't have to pay.
Right.
Okay? Like, whatever they're doing business in our territory, in our area, they have to pay.
Whether it's legitimate business or illegitimate business.
Everything.
So how old are you when you first start collecting money from
14.
people for protection?
14?
14.
Yeah.
And what kind of money is a 14-year-old collecting for protection?
Like 200 a week each store. Some biggest one is like 600 a week, yeah. The minimum is 200 a week. $200 a month at that time.
So the minimum amount that any particular business would be paying
that
is $200
like
a
a
month.
small
And
grocery store, like a small store, the minimum they have to pay like $200 a month, at that time. Like the big restaurant, they pay like $3,000 a month. Yeah.
And as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid, you're collecting this money, and this is your money.
No, it's not only me. My group, I have a lot of people.
But just your level, just a foot soldier level.
We have a lot of soldiers, not only me.
Right. So
and,
you don't have
at
to,
first beginning, I have 4,
ladder,
right? I have my group got 4, but afterward, my group got at least 20 people. Sometimes I think, around 20 or 20 something. I forgot. So imagine every day 20 something people and having lunch, dinner, or outside having party. That should cost money.
Yeah.
We have to think about getting money to support ourselves. We are not going to go up to association, ask the boss, and give us money all the time. Sometimes we do that, but like we are really broke and the street money is all gone. Okay, and then we have to go upstairs and ask for money, and they always give us money.
Right.
Yeah.
And the average kid in your group is between like 13 and 17.
Yeah. Everybody is around my age.
Right. And I did notice that there was a lot of using, and I have to say using, like there were a lot of using teenagers, kids within these organizations. What were the reasons, as far as you could tell, what were the reasons for using kids?
Okay. Because first, we don't ask for money, even though they tell us to do anything. We don't ask for like how much you go give me and like that, right? And second is like, even though we get arrested, and for us easy to get out, just 1, 2, 3 and get out, and we don't have to go through all the systems, see the judge. We don't have to and that kind of age at that time.
Right.
Yeah.
So somebody just come and sign you out.
Yeah. Somebody just, after we got arrested, even though we got arrested for possession of weapon, they tell you call up your parent and pick you up. So we call
Even
up
a gun?
Yeah. I got charged for possession of weapon a couple of times. And
that's crazy.
They just tell me to call your parent and pick you up. So I call up the association and tell anyone in the association, tell the old guy to come down and sign the paper so I can leave.
Why is it that the people who own these businesses didn't tell the police, there's like these little kids coming around here
maybe
asking for money all the time?
Maybe they did, we don't know, but the cop never bother us.
Right.
Yeah. The cops just say, as long you guys stay in your turf, don't mix up with other people, the innocent people, they don't care. Really, they don't care. At that time, the cop, they don't care.
Right.
They get paid.
Were there Asian cops?
Asian cop too, yeah.
Yeah?
Asian cop, black cop, American cop, white cop, everybody. They get paid too.
Right. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So they don't want to break their bow.
Right.
So they, as long as it's not a big thing, they let you go.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What would be considered a big thing if not
Big
extortion?
things like you're shooting a white guy. You guys shooting in the street and shooting, and a white guy got hurt or a white guy got killed, and then we got in trouble.
Now you got a problem.
Yeah.
All right. It's pretty similar to what we went through.
Only you heard other group, like different gangster, they don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right.
One time we are shooting in the middle of East Broadway. I saw a cop car, a uniform cop car, parking half block away, not one block. Okay. And we are shooting on the middle of the street. They don't come up.
They just watched you.
They just watch. After we finish, we ran around half block and I, half block, and then I turned and then I heard a sirens. But they didn't come up to chase us. I heard the siren, they stopped in the middle of the street.
Right, so this came to the scene.
Yep.
The aftermath.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how is it at that time, okay? In the 80s.
So this was around 1980.
Yeah, in the 80s.
80, 81. So now, you are a soldier,
I tell you a story. I tell you a story. I'm walking down on the street. I have my pistol on my waist right here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And two undercover come over, and then he just pull my t-shirt and tell me, cover your gun.
What?
And then let me go. Yep.
What so they must have been getting paid.
Yep, that's true story.
That is
He was come
crazy.
over and then stop me. They stopped me. Hey, Jimmy, stop. I say what? And then just pull my t-shirt. Cover your gun. I saw your gun handle. Oh, okay. And they just let me go.
What kind of impact did that have on young Jimmy?
Huh?
What kind of impact did that have on you mentally when you had an experience like that? What does that do in your mind? What
I
is
know
that? What's the message?
I know they are what? You can say that they are. How do you say that?
You felt untouchable?
You can say that. You cannot say that untouchable. Okay, but as long we don't do any worse stuff like to for them look bad, they don't care.
Right.
Yeah, you can say that.
Right,
yeah,
right.
We didn't do any stuff like for them cannot handle it. They don't care.
Right.
Yeah, simple as that.
So now you all in at this point, like you 15 or so, you're all in. You're extortion, you're carrying guns.
Mm-hmm. We have to carry gun every day.
You're enforcing gang rule in your territory.
Mm-hmm.
At some point you start to get heavier, more heavily involved.
Yeah. Because like my underlevel got more people and more people grow up. So I have like group leader, we call Daima, to under me. So when I have like more group leader, like because all group is different, separate group. They have like your friends stick together. That's one group. Each group got like 10 people or so. I can say that like 10 or between 20 people each group. So I have like under my group, I have like couple of group leader. The group grow up, so I have to go up too. If I still a group leader, I cannot control a lot of people. I cannot control those kind of people. So I point out a person to be a group leader to control his group. So everybody's separate. So I become a upper level, become a Dailo.
And the Daima and Dailo.
Daima is
I know
only
Dailo is
control
big
one
brother.
group.
Daima
is group leader, only control one group. Okay. Dailo is control all the group leader, but not the soldier.
Right, you don't deal with that level.
The lower level people, It's not that I don't control it because I control the group leader. Anything happen to them or any problem to them, I just call his group leader up and ask him what happened and tell him to handle it. So we don't handle those kind of thing no more.
Right. So before you could become a Dailo, you had to be a Daima.
Yeah.
How do you get that promotion? How do you move up from a soldier
people.
to a Daima?
Get more people.
By recruiting?
Yep.
Yeah. And just basically showing leadership ability?
Yep. Like when the time I'm Dailo, the whole street, my territory is like all my people.
Really?
Yep.
So you are the Dailo, and do Daimas have numbers like the soldiers?
Yeah. Different number, yeah.
But these numbers are higher numbers, but there are fewer of them.
Yeah, different number. Different grade, different number.
Right. And what's the difference between a Dailo and a general?
General is me, Daima. My Dailo is general, same thing.
Dailo general.
Yeah,
same thing. And the number, do all Dailos have, do all Dailos have the same number, 426?
No, 426 is the range.
Right.
426 is the general, the range. But in the Triad society, they call it 426. They're not going to call this guy a general. They call this guy 426. So they know what level he's in. That's how they tell. And they have a different point for the different level. And you have to remember.
At the point at which you become a 426, how are you earning money at that level, at that point?
Oh, you're getting paid by all the gambling house, all the massage parlor, and whatever the Daima did, and they have to give you the percentage. That's what general do.
So the difference between the pay that you will receive from a gambling house and what you will receive from, say, a restaurant,
I can say like double up.
About double. And the people who are your soldiers, the people who are beneath your Daima, those people, the money they're collecting, they don't have to give any of that to the Daima.
For the protection money on the street, like the store owner give them the protection money each month, they keep it. 100% they keep it. Yeah.
Right. So how does the Daima earn his money?
The Daima go collect those kind of money.
Oh, he also does that?
Yeah. The soldier, he have to take care of all the soldier. We don't tell him how to take care of the soldier, but he have to. If he take care of the soldiers good, and then he get more people, he will recruit a lot of people. With his people is like, before, like at the beginning it's like 20, and after a while it's like only got 10 people left. So you know what happened. So he get fired.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a system.
Yeah. That's how we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
With like first beginning, we have like they have like 10 people on his group, but after like a couple of months, he have like 30 people or 40 people, so he can get a promoted.
Right. He's showing that he's efficient.
Yep.
He's useful.
Yeah. So he got promoted. Maybe he got a part of share on the gambling house, or a part of share on the massage parlor, like this.
Okay.
So he got more money.
How old were you when you became 426?
After I come out, 87. 87, yeah.
87.
Yeah.
87. Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting because the Tongon gang, like from 87 to 92, the Tongon was like responsible for a lot of headlining acts of violence, like the firebombing of a massage parlor that refused to pay protection, several shootings at many Chinatown businesses, right? That resulted in deaths. In one case, a small child. Another incident, an innocent high school kid who happened to be in the local pool room.
A college kid got killed in the pool house. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like how, like you're in the midst of all of these things.
Yeah.
How are y'all able to operate your businesses and your operations
Honestly,
with this kind of craziness going on?
Honestly, only my daima, my good leader, they handle those kind of thing. They take care of those kind of thing. Because after I become a 426, I went back to Hong Kong a lot. So most of the time I'm in Hong Kong. I don't need here.
So that kind of removes you from the responsibility of these acts.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah.
Prior to them using the RICO.
Yeah, you can say that I'm lucky. Because when the RICO come down, I'm not here. I'm in Hong Kong. Right? Yeah.
Right.
That's why I'm the only one got away. Everybody got arrested. I'm the only one. Even though afterward, I know a couple of fat, right? And they told me, you're lucky. Because all the thing happened, you're not here. They want to take me real bad at that time, okay? Back then, they want to take me real bad, but they don't have enough. Because all the time when you're in Hong Kong.
So, when did you go to Hong Kong? When did you start going back to Hong Kong?
After I get out from jail. 87, yeah, I tell you, 87. Mm-hmm. That's the first time I went back to Hong Kong, and that's the first time I become a 426 originally Triad, Hong Kong Triad. And afterward, 89, I went back again, and I stayed there for 2 years. I stayed in Hong Kong for 2 years. And I come back in 92, and then I come back, I got shot. That time I got shot 5 times.
Okay.
And then because I left like for 2 years and I don't know what happened. I don't know what's the story is. I don't know now who's our enemy. I don't know who's who. I don't know anybody. It's almost like I'm out of this circle because I'm joining the big circle in Hong Kong. Okay, so I'm out of the small circle. So that's why I got shot.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but you stepping back into the scene after being removed for a minute is in not really knowing what's going on. I mean, the only difference between that time and when you initially came on board was that you were old enough to realize what it was you weren't realizing, and you had a bigger target in your back. Like in the days before you had guys like, do you know the name Sick Chai?
Yeah.
Like Dice?
Yeah.
Who was that guy?
He's the he's an old member of Triad in Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. And after he got into United States, and he's the first one created, you can say Tong On Gang. Yeah. You can say Tong On Gang. Because when his generation, nobody called Tong On, nobody called T.O. They called Chun Ying. Different name. Okay, but at that time, Chinatown don't have Ghost Shadow, don't have Fire Dragon. They only have Black Eagle, White Eagle, Chun Ying, all the old generation, the old gang. But now all disappear.
Right.
The Chun Ying gangs hang out in Division Street. That's the Tong On territory afterward.
Division Street?
Yeah.
And so Sick Chai is kind of like, he's
a creator.
Yeah. He's founder of the thing.
Yeah. You can say that.
And so, who is Uncle Benny?
Uncle Benny is the Hip Sing Association, leader of Hip Sing Association. Hip Sing Association is lead Fire Dragon. Fire Dragons are under them.
And he was like called the Godfather of Chinatown, wasn't he? He was a pretty tough old dude, wasn't he?
It's not that he's real tough. It's only that he's famous.
Oh.
Because he know a lot of people in the government system. Okay, that's why he's very famous.
But he was noted or notorious for doing things to people.
Actually, Uncle Ben, he's the leader of the Hip Sing Association, and he's helping a lot of people. He's helping a lot of people, so a lot of people respect him. And he knew a lot of government people too. So he always on the newspaper. He always on the TV. So he's very famous. Like afterward, the Fed exposed that he's the godfather on the Chinatown because he's famous. That's it. It's not that he did anything. Maybe he give order a couple of times for a couple of shooting. Yeah, which gang leader ever do that? As I tell you, right? Everybody do that too. But he's not the tough one. I don't think he's the tough one. Because Cliff, like my boss at that time.
Clifford Wong.
Yeah, Clifford Wong. And him just like don't get along real bad. They try to kill each other. But never happened.
Oh, they made attempts on each other's lives?
Yeah. Uncle Ben even put a hit on Cliff Wong, but I forgot how much.
And he wasn't able to get Clifford. Why was that? What did Clifford do to avoid being?
Yeah, because they can't find him. They hardly can find him. He's like shadow. He's like today's here, tomorrow's you know where he is. You cannot find him.
I read somewhere that Clifford at some point, there was a point where he left the States, and went to Hong Kong, and kind of
he
consolidated power.
He had a very good connection in Hong Kong. Triad, and he went to Hong Kong a lot of time, and at the beginning and at first, he only went to Hong Kong, I think, once. That's it. But they thought he's in Hong Kong, but he's not. He's in New York, always in New York. But afterward, when he get into business in Atlantic City, and then he went back to Hong Kong a lot.
There was something that had come up before, where you shared the division that came, because apparently him and the gentleman they called the professor, they were very close. Cliff and the professor.
Yeah, at the beginning,
Uncle Benny was kind of like their
Uncle Benny is their godfather.
Right.
Yeah, he's like their godfather. And after Uncle Benny got arrested, he did time-ins when he's inside, and they tried to take his spot in Chinatown. But finally, Uncle Benny kept the spot to Professor, instead give it to Clifford Wong. So Clifford Wong left the group and created another group in Division Street with Dice, 色仔.
So he basically co-founded.
At that time, already a group in Division Street called 全英 色仔. Okay,
right.
But they don't make trouble, and they just hang out in the Division Street. They don't have a protection money, nothing. They just hang out over there every day. But after Cliff and his brother join in, and then they create more people, recruit more people in the Tongan Association, and with 色仔, with Dice. That's how the TO gang come up at the beginning.
That was them coming together.
Yes.
Dice and Cliff coming together is the inception of what came to be known as TO.
Dice already over there. Cliff and Professor is with Uncle Benny. But after they don't get along, Cliff decided that quit Uncle Benny and went to Dice.
And so once Cliff and Dice come together, create the Tongan, it's no more just hanging out on Division Street now. It starts to turn into business.
Start to going up the power, and let everybody know. First, they had to be famous. Okay,
so they had to make a name.
Different kind of famous.
Right.
So the street people know him, the business people know him, the gangster know him. Everybody know him first.
Right.
Okay. Second, they recruit more people and more people. When the time I join in, my upper level, the member in upper level is like, I can say like 20-something, 30 people. That's it. But after I join in, I create more people. I create like more than 100 people. Start going up and up, going bigger and bigger. And then after we going up in love, and then he start doing all kind of business. Like he opened a restaurant, he got horse in the racetrack, he got business in Atlantic City, he got gambling house all over, and then he start going up his business.
So where is the money coming from? This is not extortion from local stores and gambling dens. Like, where's the money coming from to do stuff like that?
Okay. Some of them just come from the gambling house and massage parlor, because all the gambling house and massage parlor, not even in our area, even in different location, even in Queens, even in Brooklyn, even in Uptown Manhattan, because people look for him. Like, let's say like you want to open a massage parlor, but you need someone to protect your place, and you go for Cliff. So a Cliff got share percentage on the massage parlor. That's how he get money from. And when he do his business, like what I'm saying before, like he got a horse in the racetrack, he got a restaurant. If he don't have enough money, he asks Hong Kong to send him the money.
Ask who?
Hong Kong Triad.
So the people over in Hong Kong, they back him financially.
Yep.
When necessary.
Yep. They're helping him out.
So, at what point do you start to get involved with the real heavy gangster stuff? Like you start, I guess, did it ever get into the drug thing? Did you ever, get into hits and stuff like that?
That's after I come back from Hong Kong. That's only between 86, 88, those 2 years. And after I went back to Hong Kong, and those kind of heavy stuff thing, and someone to take care right here, I stay in Hong Kong. But whatever they do, they will pay a percentage to me, like this.
Who
understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, let's say this way. Like, they want to, like, they have customer. They want to get something for them. But this merchandise is from Hong Kong. So who go to Hong Kong to deal with it?
Jimmy. I'm sorry. Clifford.
Cliff? No, not Cliff. Cliff is the boss on the top before. Right. After he get all kind of Egypt business, you think he will touch this kind of stuff? Like he won't touch this kind of stuff. He's smart.
So his next in line.
Yeah. So he must get someone to, the connection in Hong Kong to speak with. So I stay in Hong Kong. Yeah, I stay in Hong Kong, and whatever they do, they need anything, I just, get a connection. That's it.
So then that becomes your responsibility?
Yeah.
And what is it that you are required to withstand? Like if something happens, are you the designated fall guy? Is it on you to bear the brunt of
not the
worst
whole
case
thing,
scenario?
not the whole thing. Maybe a part of it. Okay,
Right.
because all different daino, they have the different sources. They have their own connection. Not only
Right.
me. Okay, even we are in the same group. I don't know his connection. He don't know my connection. Same thing. Yeah.
So it's insulation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going back a bit, when you first got involved with the Triad, I mean, you were a kid, so
But it's not even a kid. 20. It's over 20 already.
right.
Yeah, 87 is over 20. I'm 22.
But when you first got involved, did you have any idea of the history and
Yeah, I knew it already because when I still in TO Tong'an, a couple of oldest member, they are already a member of Triad, Hong Kong Triad, and they are not the soldier. They are the Dailo too. They are the 426 in Triad. So they taught me everything. And when the first time when I go to Hong Kong, they brought me over there. They tell me to go Hong Kong with them. That's the first time I go with them. And they show me everybody. They show me the boss. They show me the soldier, the Dai Ma. They bring me walking around in their territory. And that's how I get deep into it.
So when you go over to Hong Kong, you meet with the high ranking
The boss
over there.
Yeah.
What's that like?
What's that like?
Yeah, how does that go? They just bring you over and say, "This is Jimmy from New York," and Jimmy, this is the biggest guy we got.
No, he didn't ask me more questions. He only asked me, "Okay, what you do in New York? How many people you have? What kind of range you have in New York?" Like this. And then afterward, he tell someone to bring me to some place and do the those kind of thing, those kind of ritual thing.
Ritual?
Yeah, for the Hong Kong Triad. Yeah.
Oh, so this at this point you have to do
Become
another ritual.
Become a Hong Kong Triad.
Oh. So is this oath that you take with that? Is that the one that's like the one that was like the fabled oath taken by Liu Bei and Guan Yu and Zhang Fei back in the historical
something
time
like
of China?
that. Something like that, but more complicated.
More complicated.
More complicated because I'm general 426 and different than a regular soldier. So it's like a little bit more complicated.
Were drugs a major? I mean, when I was running around, there was a period where a lot of the heroin that we were getting was coming from Chinese sources.
Yeah. At that time, I think.
And this is my time.
With not 90, I think it's 80% is from China. 80%.
80%.
Yeah, Thailand, China, those kind of places.
So are you're involved with that aspect of the Triad business?
In Hong Kong?
At that point?
In Hong Kong?
Mm-hmm.
No. Because I'm not from Hong Kong. I'm not from Hong Kong. You can say that because, I'm from Hong Kong. I born in Hong Kong, but I left. I left so long, like 20, almost 15 years, and they have their own dailo in Hong Kong. They are doing those kind of stuff. So the first main point is I cannot stay in Hong Kong forever, right? I have to go back to the United States. So whatever the Hong Kong people did, I'm not going to touch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Simple as that.
So you at the point at which you go to Hong Kong, prior to you going to Hong Kong, you have a couple of serious issues. One is, and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the first would be when you get arrested for a robbery and a
That's
homicide.
before I went to Hong Kong.
That was before you went to Hong Kong, right?
85.
Right. So you get arrested for this robbery and this homicide, and they hold you on $1.5 million bail.
Yeah.
Right. And you're locked up for a couple of years. Where are you locked up?
2 years. Yeah, 1 year in Rikers Island and 1 year in Connecticut, Beach Park.
So you're on Rikers Island. Where on Rikers Island are you?
C-74 at the first beginning. Yes.
So C-74 is for anybody who's from New York. I've never been to Rikers Island except to speak, but of course, a lot of my friends unfortunately made that trip. C-74 back in this era you're talking about,
85.
It was
Animal
reputed
House.
to be hell
Animal
on
House.
earth.
We call it Animal House.
Animal House.
Yeah. Yes.
So and this is for people who are native to America. They are, the population is largely Black and Hispanic. There are very few Asians, right? That's even the case now. There's not very many Asians comparative to like the 2 million people in prison in this country. A very small percentage of them are Asian. So here you are in one of the worst prisons in America at one of the worst periods. How do you fare? How do you survive?
Oh, I'm lucky. I have my brotherhood inside already.
Who is this guy?
You heard this guy named Grasshopper?
Grasshopper.
Yeah, and he's a very famous guy in Rikers Island at that time. And even now, people still mention him. And
what is Grasshopper known for? Why is Grasshopper so?
He's inside for murder.
Right. And
why before he got sentenced to Elmira, and he's working in the reception room, C-74. And when the first I got into C-74, I was in the reception, and then he's like marking the floor, and then he saw me, and then calling my name out. What are you doing here? I say, what are you doing here? Before you still in Rikers Island, right? And then he told me that he's still waiting for going up to Elmira. So after he saw me, he told the CO, because he's been inside for a pretty long time. I think he's inside for like 2 years already. So he told the CO to bring me to his dorm to live together. So at the first couple months before he moved to Elmira, and we lived together. So he took care of me everything. He taught me everything. And don't do this, don't do that. Whatever you have, you can do. He taught me everything.
What was it that Grasshopper was so famous for at Rikers Island? What was it that he had done that made him somebody that people knew?
What I heard, he never taught me his story, but he don't want to mention it. But what I heard from close friend from him, before he start messing with a Spanish guy, and he kicked this guy real bad. And then the CO come in, try to stop him. They can't stop him. And then the CO calling the fight squad. The fight squad come in. Yeah, the fight squad come in, and he kicked every fight squad out.
So the riot squad, these guys, they sometimes call them the turtles. These are guys that come in with the shields, the helmets, the clubs.
Even they tell me, even the helmet, he kicked the helmet off. The seal fire away. Everybody saw that.
So you happen to hook up with your homie, who happens to be one of the few Asians in the prison, and not only is he one of the few, but he's like the most notorious.
Yeah, and he's the longest Asian in the Rikers Islands. Yep. So he's the famous. Nobody messed with him. After that incident, nobody messed with him. And then after he left, even though the other people call me Grasshopper.
Really?
Yeah, because they saw I'm with him.
Right.
So for that year, nobody messed with me. I just doing my time, waiting for a trial, and I have dropped in the seal. I have dropped in the kitchen. I have a job in the captain room. So every day I just work. And honestly, that 2 years is the time I learned my English. You can tell I'm spoken English. Because before that, I only went to school for a couple of months. From Hong Kong to United States, went to school for a couple of months, and then I come out. I never go to school. Before that, that 2 years, I don't speak English. Only yes and no, maybe, fuck you, that's it. But after that 2 years, I speak my language. I speak English.
Wow.
Yep, 2 years. That 2 years.
So you ultimately, that case was dismissed. How did that case come about and in the first place? Like, how did you catch that charge in the first place?
Somebody snitched.
Somebody close to you?
Real close to me. Somebody who's a group leader when I first joined NTO. Okay. And
so he had rank when you joined. He already had rank.
Yeah, and he snitched. And that incident, I was not even there. But I don't know why he point the finger on me. And for that, I was doing time for 2 years.
So how was it that your case ultimately got dismissed?
Because the judge, they have a take for my co-defendant, and saying that my co-defendant saying that I'm the one did that case with him. So the judge called the co-defendant to come up to testify. But when the my co-defendants sit on the witness stand, and he pulled out a letter from the lawyer and saying that he go take the fifth. So after he take the fifth, all his evidence, like the take, they cannot use that against me in the court. Everything's gone. Now. So the judge asked the DA, so what else you have? And the DA saying that like they have an informant. Saying that like I'm the one who tell the informant, I'm the one who involved this case. So the judge say, okay, tell your informant to come up to testify next court. But he disappeared.
Like he disappeared like nobody could find him, or he disappeared like he ran away?
No, they find him, but they tell him to come to the court. He refused it. He didn't come to the court. So the judge asked the DA, what else you have? The DA say, that's it. So the judge tell me, Mr. Tsui, you can go now. Go home now. I was looking at the judge. That's it? For 2 years? Now you tell me I can go home now? The judge say, yeah, you want to stay here? Go home. So I go home. And after I got out, I think it's like a month or so, the informant got arrested by the Fed.
On another case?
For a bullshit reason. I can say that for a bullshit reason to arrest him because he didn't come up to testify for my case.
Right.
Okay, that's the story.
Yeah. They do that.
Yeah.
They do that. So now you've been out of the mix for 2 years, right? Now you hit the streets. You kind of gotta get reacclimated, right? You don't really know what's what.
No, after I come out from the after I come out and I went back to the association, went back to the TO. And at that time, I have a couple of dailo, my upper level. They really like me. And they saw me come out and they know I did 2 years inside. So they are about to going back to Hong Kong. So they asked me, do you want to follow me? Do you want to come with me to the Hong Kong? So I said, yes. So that's the first time I went to Hong Kong. That's the first time.
So in that first trip, is that when you
get
connected to Son Yong?
Yeah, that 2 dailo is already a general 426 in Sun Yong. So
that was a big deal, wasn't it?
Yeah. So when I get to Hong Kong, and they brought me to, they asked me, do you want to join our group? You want to see our boss? So I say, why not? So I went to there. So I meet the boss. So I do the ritual thing. So I become a Sun Yi-on.
And when you get this additional prestige, does this give you access to more money making opportunities? I mean, is that what it's about?
Yeah.
Or is it just
you get
about
more
prestige?
connection. Yeah, you get more different kind of connection.
So what's the first thing you do with this new level of power? What's the first thing you do with it?
In Hong Kong? Or
In general,
come back here?
When you get back.
When I get back, okay, before I come back, the boss give me 200 number and tell me recruit more people in New York. I give you 200 members number. Okay, each number I give out, they will have, Hong Kong will support me for these people. Like the more people I got, the more support I got. Understand what I'm saying?
And he gave you 200 men.
200 members number.
So that gives you 200 new soldiers, doesn't it?
Yeah.
200 new guys in your command.
Yeah.
200.
And at that time, they want to, the I can say the leader in the Triad for my group, they want to do some business in New York. So they need to build up the power. They need to build up a structure in New York first before they come to New York.
Right, of course.
Yeah. So they need someone to doing that. So
That's
I'm
a big responsibility.
Yeah. So I'm the one right at the spot, right at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're setting up to do something at this point. They give you 200 new men to add. Did you still have command of your initial down line? Your initial your initial soldiers?
Yeah, I still have command for my group leader. Yeah, Daima.
Right.
Yeah, right. They still listen to me.
And now they add.
So
now
I give them
from Hong Kong adds 200 more guys.
I give the group leader a certain number and tell them to give all the soldier a number. So everybody become a member of Sun Yi-on.
So everybody now back in the States, by way of you, becomes a member of the Hong Yong-based Triad?
My group, yes.
I mean, I understand how crazy that is. How can we, like, that's crazy.
Yeah. Even though in our association at that time, we have the flag, say Sun Yi-on, we put it outside the window.
A flag?
Yep. And say Sun Yi-on. Put it outside the window at our association. That's how crazy it is.
That's crazy.
After we put our flag, and then all the newspaper come up. New York Sun Yi-on. That's on the newspaper.
So they understood that. They like there was some level in which the media
Triad.
understood the significance of this.
Yeah. That's how crazy
basically
we are.
He was saying that the Hong Kong Triad had come to Chinatown in New York.
Yep. That's how crazy we are. Right? I think that's the point, bring up the Fed attention.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would say so. Like, wow. You guys now, you back in the States, and you are the man. Ain't no two ways about that. You're the man. And so, how is it, and why is it that you? Tell me about the night that you got shot. Tell me about how that day was.
That's
leading
like a couple
up
years after
to you getting shot.
That's like a couple years afterward. That's the second time I went back to Hong Kong.
After you get on with Sun Yong in Hong Kong, this happens.
Yeah, that's the first time I joined the Sun Yi-on, and then I went back again. Went back to Hong Kong a lot of time. That's the, I don't know, second or third time I went back to Hong Kong, but that's the longest time I went back to Hong Kong. I stayed there for 2 years. So
At one time, like you went and didn't come back for 2 years.
yeah, just stay in Hong Kong. And then
What were you doing that whole time? What were you doing that whole time over there?
I have my salary in Hong Kong, and honestly, I have my people selling stuff in Hong Kong from US, stuff from US selling to Hong Kong.
Really?
Yeah.
Stuff like what? Like, because Hong Kong had all the dope, so what was you sending back?
Coca-Cola.
Oh.
Okay.
Right.
You know how much it worth in Hong Kong that time?
No. Let me see. What year is we talking about?
89?
89. So in 89 in New York, a key was like about 16, 17.
Yeah.
What was it like in Hong Kong?
550.
What?
550 grand.
What?
But Hong Kong dollar though. But Hong Kong dollar still, man, you divide it by 7. Then how much is it? $70,967.
That's how much a
US
key
dollar
was going for in 89 in Hong Kong. USD, 70,000 USD.
Yeah. In Hong Kong.
I understand why you didn't come back for 2 years.
I have a Ferrari in Hong Kong. I bought a Ferrari. I have a house in Hong Kong. I bought a house.
Oh, you got rich. So why did you come back?
Because if I don't come back, I go to do time in Hong Kong.
Oh, you got hot.
Yeah, my boss. I don't know I got hot. It's my boss telling me. Even though my flight ticket, okay, my plane ticket, my boss bought me a plane ticket, tell me to leave. They say they are opening your file. And they will come to you. So I left.
And he was able to tell you that because he was connected. He had connects in the government.
We have a lot of members, Triad member is inside.
Right.
Yeah. So they have an inside the first inside news.
The Triad in Hong Kong has been really ensconced in like everything, right? Like the movies, just like everything. Like, talk about that. Like, what kind of people in the Hong Kong film industry, like how powerful or impactful on the Hong Kong film industry was the Song Yong?
I can say that Sun Yong control like half the entertainment business.
Back then?
Yeah. The other half controlled by the other member, another group.
Oh, so basically,
the whole thing is controlled by the Triad.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you have to.
So all the like the big
if
time.
You are not a Triad. You are an Egypt businessman. You want to do this kind of business. There's no people go to do your work. Nobody
so
going
in
to
terms
respect
of like
you.
Production team,
the movie star, maybe the singer,
all of these
everybody.
people.
Nobody going to do your work.
Because they're either influenced, controlled, or actually members of the Song Yong.
Yeah.
That's
how it is.
Is that still like that today?
Nah, Hong Kong's no more entertainment business no more. Not anymore.
No?
All that.
So back in the days, movies like
before the movie,
Bruce Lee's Dragon, Enter the Dragon. And
yeah,
stuff like that.
you can make all kind of movie. Okay, like Enter the Dragon. You can say anything in the movie, but now you cannot say this. You cannot say that. You cannot even the what a lot of word. A lot of story you cannot make in Hong Kong.
And the reason for that is
the government don't let you do that.
The government won't allow you to do it.
Yeah.
So basically, they won't allow you to propagate the underworld. They won't allow you to like they do in America. That's how they like promote it and glamorize it. They won't let you do that in Hong Kong.
You can say that, but it's a lot of woo right now. If you try to making a movie in Hong Kong, right, it's a lot of woo you have to follow. If you are making a science fiction movie, you can. There's no science fiction in China. Okay?
Really?
If you're shooting a gay movie, you can. It's no homosexual. Okay?
Wow.
Even though you're making a love story, you cannot make love in the movie. You can. It's not allowed. So how you going to make a movie? Nothing you can do.
Right.
So the whole thing is
There's
cracked
no
down.
industry. Right.
Finished.
Right.
Now everything's finished.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
So the night that you, or the day, or when you got back, you escaped your indictment, and incarceration in Hong Kong.
not escape. I'm taking an airplane flight back here. Okay. Not escape. Before they come to get me.
Right. Now you get back to the States. Are you able to bring, what happens to your stuff? Like you got a Ferrari over there, you got a house over there. What happens to your
all my people. I leave it all my people. And honestly, are you able, after I left, my close buddy and Riches, I give them all my thing, and they arrest him too. They arrest a lot of people for those people, and is with me every day.
Over in Hong Kong.
Yeah, and the lowest sentence they have is 4 years. They do in time.
And so when you get back to the States, do you have some of your money from what you made over there?
No. I can't. I left. I have a bank account over there. Just let my people using it. But after, yes, before I was thinking when I come back, just tell them to wire the money back to here. But after I come back, they get arrested.
Right.
So I just tell them use those money. Okay, hire a lawyer, everything. Use those. Yeah.
I mean, what's your condition when you get back? Like you've lost this money. You've been building over there for 2 years. What's your condition in the States? How will you fit financially in the States?
When I first come back, and I never think of I go to jump out this gang life. And yeah, I still going back to TO, the association, meet up with my group leader, and try to get back to track. But after I get shot, I was thinking, and I got enough. I don't want to, get into this kind of trouble anymore. So I quit. That's how I quit.
So go back a bit. When you got shot, talk about that. What led up to that, and what happened with that? Like,
I got shot by other group member from not Fire Dragon, from a Green Dragon. Okay, there's a group called Green Dragon from Queens, and I got before. When I still in New York, I got no argument with them. I got no beef with them. And I don't know what happened. After I got shot, I asked my group leader, one of my group leader, what happened? Why the Green Dragon after me? And then he telling me that, 2 weeks before they are shooting, blah, blah, blah. And the Green Dragon, I think 2 guys got killed or 1 guy got killed. So I asked him, why didn't you tell me earlier? That's how I got shot. And I am the one who take all the heat. Because they knew I'm his dialogue. So instead they go after him, they go to me. They come to me.
Head of the snake.
Yep.
So one of your Tongan guys gets into a thing with the Green Dragons out of Queens, but you're not.
I'm not there.
When this happens, when you come back, they don't share that with you.
They don't care.
But so you focused on getting your financial situation back together, I would assume. Right? That's what you focused on.
Yeah, right? At first, yes.
So, all right. So tell me about that day, the day that you got shot. Tell me about that day.
that day I got shot. I was in my apartment, and then I remember that it's the nighttime. Yeah, it's all dark. So I went up a cigarette. Tried to go to grocery and buy cigarette. I went down to a parking lot, get my car. As soon as I open my door, I see my driver's size car, and then usually when I get in my car, I will take a look all the side mirrors.
You got to do the check.
That's the first instant I will do. Okay, when I inside the car, I will see the mirror on the left, right, see anybody on the side, like this, because I got used to it. When I see inside the car, I close the door and then I check the side mirror. I saw a shadow coming behind the car and coming the back behind the car. Come up, just a shadow come up.
Just one?
So I know, just one. So I know something happened. I already knew something happened. So I didn't start the car. My keys were already inside, but I didn't start the car. I was turned around on the passenger side and try to open the door on the passenger side and jump out from over there. But when I turn around, when I, open the door, and this guy, the shooter, is already over here and pulled me out and boom, 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 finished all the shot. And then I jump out, and then, listen, he shot me at least I think he emptied the clip, okay? Emptied the cartridge. I still jump out from the passenger side, and I start to run. I ran out from the parking lot. I went 1, 2, 3 blocks away. There's a grocery. There's a Korean grocery. I still remember there's a Korean grocery over there, 3.5 blocks away. Okay, and I went inside the 24-hour grocery, the Korean grocery, and asked the guy, I don't know, cashier or owner, asked him, I got shot. Can you help me call the cop? And then the Korean, the owner, you know what he do?
What?
He pushed me out. He pushed me out, closed the gate.
You're covered in blood. You say, I got shot.
Yep.
He pushes you back out the door.
And closes the gate.
Closes the gate.
Yeah, I was standing in the street. Fuck, what the fuck? Like this.
I know you couldn't believe that shit.
Yeah.
It's a nightmare.
Nighttime.
Wake up.
Nighttime, nobody in the street.
Wow.
I think it's 2, 3 few people walking down the street. They saw me. They ran. They ran. They saw me full of blood. Okay. So I stand there. And what I should do? Okay. I got no cell phone. My cell phone left in the apartment. No store open. And then I saw the pole on the corner. The red pole. They have 2 buttons saying that police and fire.
Yeah.
So I pressed the button, police. So the operator, what's the emergency? I say, I'm at I got shot. Oh, you got shot? What shot you? I say, a pistol shot me. And then asked me, what's your name? Give him the name. I give her the name. I remember it's the lady. And then she asked me, what location your body got shot? I say, what the fuck? How should I know? I got shot on my bed, right? And then she asking, how many shot you got shot? How many times you got shot? Jesus. I say, I'm dying right now. Are you coming or you go leave me dead over here? And then she was saying that, oh, okay. Where you at? And ask me again where I'm at. I said, I tell you the first time. I'm what street? And she said, oh, okay. You wait over there. I will tell an ambulance to come by. After I hang up, I sit in the corner. Sit in the street corner. I wait for 15 minutes.
Now, you don't know where the guy is at this point.
The guy went. When I went out, he was chasing me like half block and saw me still running, and then he turned around, he ran. Because I saw him. Okay, he ran.
He must have been like, I missed.
He empty. No more bullet. He thought he missed. He know I got shot 5 times already. Okay? So the ambulance arrived. Ambulance people arrived. The ambulance guys come out from the car. And I'm the only one sitting on the street. And then he come, who calling 911? I'll ask him, you see anybody else here? There's nobody else here, only me. So, so you calling 911? I said, yes. And then he was saying that, what happened? Oh, I tell you already, I got shot. And then where? I say, I don't know. It's all over. And then, okay, great. Let me see where you got shot. And so he's using a scissor and cut my shirt. I'm wearing a shirt, not t-shirt, wearing a shirt. He cut my shirt off. And then this guy, ridiculous. You never think of. He's using a finger. Oh, you got shot right here. Oh, you got hole right here. You got hole right here.
He's touching you?
Yeah, he's using a finger,
poking you.
Yeah. I was asking, man, can you stop that, man? Hurt. He said, yeah, you got a lot of hole. I was fucked. What this guy, man? Got problem, man. Never heard this thing, man. True story, will happen. Okay?
Oh my.
And then he was saying that, so are you okay right now? So I'm saying that, I'm talking to you right now. Of course I'm okay right now. If I'm not okay, how am I going to talk to you? Stupid. It has to be all those kind of stupid question. And then, took me to the Emperor's Hospital. As soon as I get in the Emperor's Hospital, they tranquilized me. And then after I wake up, it's the next day. Next day I wake up, I was wrapping like a mummy. The whole body wrapping like a mummy. And then the doctor come by and holding a can or something, right? And then show me
tray.
Tray, yeah. Holding a tray and show me, this is your bullet. I took out from your body. It's four bullet. So I asked him, so I'm okay right now? And the doctor saying that we have to see you get fever or not. If you don't get fever, you're okay. So okay. And then I say, okay. And then the doctor afterward, he say, but I was looking, but what? That's one bullet I cannot take out. I said, what? Yeah, that's one bullet right here. Because I got shot right, the bullet shot right here, two bullet shot right here. One, he got out. I don't know how he got out, okay? One got out. But one went inside to the cheekbone. The cheekbone right here.
Oh, the chest bone. Yeah, collarbone.
Yeah, and then the bone right here blocked the bullet. The bullet went inside the bone, stick inside the bone. And he say he cannot take this one out because it's danger.
Right.
He have cut the bone. It's danger. So while that, he just leave it. So I asked him for how long. He say that forever.
For the rest of your life.
Forever. The bullet stay here forever. Now, and but the bullet come out by itself. Now 10 years ago. So 92 to 05, almost 15 years. But the bullet come out himself. Come out from here.
Your body pushed it out eventually.
It push out from here. And then how I found out that at that time I was like, every time when I taking a shower, how come I see like a water coming from my skin? Even though I wrap it, but later a water coming out from my skin, but it's not hurt. Not hurt. I try to push it. I don't feel nothing. It's been like a couple of months. And then I see a doctor. The doctor tell me that something inside. And then take the x-ray. And then he tell me, oh, you have a bullet over there? I say, no, I don't have a bullet over here. I have a bullet over here. So he say that, no, we cannot find a bullet over here. We find a bullet over here. And then he do a surgery and tell me to take the bullet out.
Yeah, that, wow.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah, you had a hell of a time, man.
Man, I was staying in the hospital for 4 days. I was asking the doctor. I got shot 5 times. Each bullet for 1 day. At least 5 days. Why is 4 days? And he say, you don't get fever. You don't have fever. You can go home right now. You don't want to stay here. I say, only 4 days. He say, yeah, go home. The newspaper already
York,
come
though.
out. I got
New York
killed.
was like that.
All the newspaper already come out. I got killed. And then when I got out, people saw me. Oh, shit. I thought you got killed. I said, no. Who say I got killed? And then they give me the newspaper. See? Newspaper, you got killed already. Interesting, huh?
So now this, I assume this is near the end for you, but this is not far from the end for Tong On either.
Yeah.
You know, T.O.
Yeah.
At this point, T.O. got a lot of shit going on. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, by 92, shit is going crazy.
Yeah.
You mentioned Clifford Wong's brother. He was
Tiger
very,
Boy.
very popular. Tiger Boy.
Just
Stephen Wong.
Boy.
He was very popular.
Uh-huh.
He made the paper a lot. I remember that. So a lot of the incidents that were happening that were connected to Tong On, a lot of the violence and stuff like that. That was associated. Was that associated with Tiger Boy?
No. At that time, Tiger Boy was already inside doing time.
Oh.
Yeah. He got arrested. As I tell you, he got arrested.
Right. So what was up with Tiger Boy? Because like I said, man, he had a reputation. He had a reputation for being a badass. He had a reputation for being a crazy motherfucker, bro.
You know why he got arrested?
Why?
He's an informant of Fed.
A federal informant.
The Fed.
Federal.
Yeah, federal. Okay. The Fed give him a stuff to sell to the certain person. I don't know who, okay? Like, let's say like the Fed give him a 10 kilo. But he sell that person only 5 kilo.
Coca dope, you know?
Dope. Okay. And missing 5 kilo.
So he's skimming on the feds.
Yeah. And then after the Fed find out, then he's gone forever.
Oh, so that's how he caught his dope case. And it said he had gotten 15 years for that.
He'd been doing informants for a long time. He didn't know that. Nobody know that.
Did Clifford know that?
Clifford know that.
Do you think that it would have been possible for them to have gotten the level of power that they had if they weren't working with the government?
That I'm not sure. I don't think so. He only doing that to avoid got arrested. Okay. And maybe his name is famous. And a lot of people want to, do business with him.
Yep.
So the Fed try to use him. But the Fed don't know this fucking guy gonna snitch on them too. Yeah, right? So after they find out, he's gone.
So he was the kind of guy that he'll kill you if he can, and if he can't kill you, he'll tell on you.
Yeah. He's a kind of guy, we call him a nickname Pac-Man.
Because when
we call him Pac-Man, we don't call him Tiger Boy. You know what's Pac-Man? You play Pac-Man before? Eat the ghost inside. No outside. Always inside. Eat the ghost people inside.
Right.
Always eat the people, you close to him, man, you are his target. Who is close to him is his target. He's the kind of guy like that.
So, who were Crazy Paul and Akko? Who were they?
Crazy Paul is under different title.
Oh.
Yeah. But I know them, but they respect me, but I don't control them.
But they were Tong On, no?
Yeah. And when they, when those trouble come out, I already quit. I already tell everybody inside the Tong On, I don't involve your stuff no more. That's it. Okay? You're asking for my help with you want to, a legal thing, legal way to ask me for my help, I will help you. But illegal stuff, don't ask me no more.
So this is after, because I mean, crazy
shot.
Paul and
After
Akko. I think it was Akko that
both the same time.
Above the massage
time.
parlor.
Yeah, above the same time they kill each other, right? Paul and Akko. Yeah, above the same time.
Yeah, they were going fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, the inside war, civil war.
Right.
Yeah.
There was it's like one thing after the other, and this is around the same time that, or you could, correct me if I'm not wrong.
Okay, that's the other reason for me to quit, because I was in the gang life like more than 10 years already. Okay, so I know the deal. Whenever you recruiting a people from another group, not from the street, not from the school, but from another gang member, to recruiting them to our group, that won't last long.
Right.
Never
so taking
long.
On. So you say like in the instance where purportedly Uncle Benny put the hit out on the Freemason group, the East Side Boys, East Broadway Boys.
Yeah, I know which one. I know which one I'm talking about.
Right.
I forgot his name. Mr. Liu.
Yes.
Yeah, that incident. Yeah, same thing.
All right.
Yeah, and he recruited a lot of people not from other group, from other state. He recruited people from Boston, recruiting people from LA, and recruiting together more than 200 people when first he come out in East Broadway. More than 200 people.
So the East Broadway Boys weren't all from like Chinatown, like from the area, from
you
like
mean
New York,
Mr.
Chinatown?
Mr. Liu's boy goes they call it what Gamlan. Gamlan. You mean Gamlan, not East Broadway boy. East Broadway boy is the boys who hang out in the Golden Star Bar. It's only few people and they don't make trouble. They just hang out.
Oh.
Yeah. Gamlan is the one who make trouble. But they recruit the East Broadway boy too. Some of the East Broadway boy become a member of Gamlan. But won't last long. Same thing.
So you escaped, obviously, a big situation. Giuliani started targeting the around the same time he was going after the Italian syndicates. He started going after the Chinese syndicates, right? And he went after, your high up, your big boss, Clifford, who, like, at this point, Clifford is like rich.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And he's got the buses, the Atlantic City thing going on.
You got the entertainment, the concert in Atlantic City. He got a horse in the racetrack. He got a restaurant.
He owned a racing horse.
Yeah. He got a hotel in Hong Kong. Yeah, he's rich.
Yeah, he had a bag. He had a bag. So, but at this point, he's positioned like a legitimate citizen. He's like the president of the Tonga Association at this point. So he's like above suspicion. So how? Well, I guess it's kind of obvious now. How did they get on to him and who he really is and what he was really behind?
Okay, because all the dialogue, anything happened, they report to him. Simple as they just take his cell phone. That's it. Everything's on record. You cannot get away with it. Maybe that he don't give the order, but he knew. That's conspiracy.
He's part of the conspiracy.
Already is conspiracy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how he get trouble. Maybe he didn't give out the order. I know couple incident, like the kid got killed in the pool hall. It's not his order. Yeah. He didn't give out any order for that. But they say it's his order. What you can say?
Right. The kid, the high school kid, that was due to cats going around, Tongon
Yeah.
guys going around looking for guys who I guess they thought might be in their territory. I guess probably what dragons, probably, right? Maybe 14K. You guys were beefing heavily with 14K.
14K, no.
No?
It's not many people 14K in New York.
No?
No.
So who were your major, like when those guys was going around shooting the shit out of everything? Who
incident is that I think they have an argument with Ghost Shadow.
With Ghost Shadow.
Yeah.
So y'all had a really long thing going on with Ghost Shadow.
They messed up with the leader of the Ghost Shadow. And that's the reason it started. After the leader got stitched, and they start the war. They start to kill each other.
It started as it always does. The story is always
so even though I can say that, like, even though Clifford Wong didn't give out the order, but this thing happening in your territory, in your area,
right under your watch.
Yeah, even though he knew, okay, yesterday there's a shooting in whatever street, he will call up the dialogue. Oh, hey, what happened? They will report to him, and everything's on tape.
That's it.
That's it. Conspiracy.
Yeah. So he was getting blamed. Like, he literally got blamed for everything. He got blamed for that 17-year-old kid who was Tongon, who killed 2 other Tongon, and then went home and killed himself.
Yeah, suicide. Yeah. I knew that.
Did he really kill himself?
I knew that story, but I'm not there when this thing happened. I was in Hong Kong. Yeah, I was in Hong Kong.
Do you think he really killed himself?
Yeah, he's suicide.
Why would he do that?
Girl. A man with doing this kind of thing, only 2 things: money or girl.
Facts.
For his age, girl.
Facts.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
That's facts. It's funny, the impression that
because the kid who got killed, he was saying that the kid who he killed and took his girl, and the other guy was with him together. So he bring on 2 guys. And what I heard is that they get argument in Tongon, upstairs in Tongon, right? And they get argument, but this guy who suicide only by himself. And the other side got couple of guy, and he got nothing to say. So he was like real pissed, and they took our gun and shoot those guys. At that time, I think it's like 4 people over there, but he only killed 2 people, and then he left. Because the other 2 people and him is like, not really close friend, but he's a friend. Nothing happened, so he let them go. They thought he going to kill him too, but he didn't. So he went back home. And
that definitely breaks the oath, though. That definitely breaks the brotherhood oath.
Yeah.
For sure. That's the ultimate break.
Yeah.
So around all the time this stuff is happening, all these things are happening around the same time, like, a couple of months apart from one another, and the feds are focusing on all of the higher ups within the Triads period. So you guys, does that period mark the end of the Tongon?
Yeah. Yeah. Big strip, everything's gone.
Right.
No one exceptional except me.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yep. Now everybody got out. After all those years, they finished time.
People are coming home now.
Yeah, but Cliff passed away already. Tiger Boy passed away already. Paul got already, never saw his face again. All other people, some of them got deported. Only few who, I think nobody left in New York. Nobody left in New York.
The guy who shot you,
he got arrested too.
Did you ever find you? So you found out who he was.
I can't find him. You know why? After I get out from the hospital, PD sent 2 cops follow me 24/7. They say they're going to protect me 24/7.
What? So how can you move?
Detectives.
How can you make moves?
2 detectives follow me every single day.
So you can't make no moves. You can't make no money.
Until that guy got arrested.
I heard.
You understand what I'm saying? They follow me. They saying that is they want to protect me. Okay, but they knew I going to do something if I got out.
Right.
So they follow me 24 hours. What you can do?
Right.
Until that guy got arrested, and then they left.
Then they stopped.
Yeah.
Right. You ended up meeting that guy, didn't you?
No. Afterward, no.
No, you never. So you never met him
again?
No,
you mean
like the
after
guy who shot you? You never actually met him?
Afterward, right? No.
Yeah, afterwards, no.
Never again.
So what's life like now for Jimmy? So what is life? What do you do? How do you make your way?
Okay, even though it's hard for me to start all over again, but I'm glad I'm doing that. Okay, I can tell all the young generation, all the young people right now, don't never join a gang. That's the worst nightmare you're going to have. Okay. Right now I'm doing decent job. I still have my group. I still have my underlevel. I have create a public safety patrol. I have a community
Public
watch
safety
group.
patrol.
I have the community watch every night patrolling Flushing, Queens. I have like 50-something people under me. But now I'm doing the protection of the community without pay, okay?
Right.
I'm doing that every night.
So how do you maintain yourself if your energy is going into that? How do you make money?
Oh, I have a job. I have a business. I have a trading company. I got business with China. Okay, we do trading business. I work in the law firm.
Really?
Yeah, I work in law firm. I'm a legal assistant. Yeah. Yeah, I have job. Yeah, I have my income source.
Excellent. So what is Chinatown like now? Like in terms of the kids, the youth, the community, what's it like now?
Okay. I say it's right. The most after 10 years, no more Chinatown.
Really? I can't imagine.
I mean the old Chinatown, not Flushing, not Brooklyn. I mean Manhattan Chinatown.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I can't imagine that.
After like 10 years or so, no more Chinatown.
So they're gentrifying Chinatown?
Now all the store, like the empty store they rental out, is American. All the apartment, all the house is American. My father still lived in Chinatown. Before my father's still here. My father's
He's still living in Chinatown?
Yeah, my father is 95.
Bless you and him. That's
my mother is 93, still in Chinatown.
Oh wow, bro.
Okay, before when we first come to United States, they live over there. We live over there until now. Okay, before the whole building, the building inside got 20-something apartment. It's all Chinese. Now, only got my father's left, all American. So after 10 years, you can think how many Chinese in Chinatown? No more. You hardly find a young guys in Chinatown. It's all old people. With the store closed down or the restaurant closed down, the new tenant rent the store, it's American.
That's crazy, bro.
So after 10 years, no more. I can say
New York has changed so much. It's not even the place that
for a little apartment, you know Manhattan, the studio in Manhattan. It's tiny, small. When you open the door, you can, couple of steps, you can get into your bed. The bathtub is right in the middle in the kitchen. Okay? Before it cost you like a couple $100 a month for rent. Now, $2,300.
Yes.
My father's paying 200 something. The next apartment next to him, 2,300. Same size, same apartment. So before, Chinatown is for the new immigrant to live in. They live together. Okay, they watch out together in Chinatown. But now the new immigrant, how you go to afford 2,000 something a month for a little apartment like this? Right? If you got 2,000 something dollars, pay. Why don't you just rent a house in Brooklyn, in Queens?
Right.
Much bigger. Why you want to live in Chinatown? So it's no Chinese in Chinatown. Only the old people.
Crazy.
Only the old people. Tell you.
That's crazy.
That's true.
And I remember when Chinatown started to basically eat up Little Italy. I remember
before
that. I used to go to San Gennaro every year.
No Chinese store. Before it's no Chinese. Because the mafia always say that they don't allow other people to open their business in their territory.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah. But now, all over.
Yeah, it's like the last time I was up there, it was like one block of Little Italy left. And
now,
it was
or back then?
Back
then. Now I don't see any black. No. I see a lot of Chinese in Little Italy. Yep.
Wow.
Change a lot. I tell you, change a lot.
Wow, brother.
Before, when I in Chinatown, when I still on the street, we get a light sledge, even after party. 3, 4 o'clock, we go to a restaurant in the Chinatown, they still open.
Right.
And we still have to wait in the night for a table.
Right.
Now, 9 o'clock at nighttime is quiet. Like that city. You cannot find anybody in the street. No restaurant open, no store open. Like this. That's the difference. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. Without any illegal business, like gambling house, massage parlor, those kind of thing, the place will look dead. I don't know why. Before the time I was in the street, they have the most gambling house in Chinatown. Wow, the business is like crazy. Everything is packed. Every day, every night is packed. Now, every day is only few table. Don't know why. That's the difference.
Well, one thing that we know for sure, brother, at this point in our lives, nothing stays the same. Everything eventually changes.
Yep. It keeps
and
changing.
That includes you and me.
Yeah. I think more than, like, after 10 years, if people mention Chinatown, they will mention, like, Flushing, Brooklyn, but not Manhattan. No more Manhattan. The street my father lived in, before the store is all owned by Chinese. Now, they open all the bar, game room. It's like Soho. It's totally different.
Turning the whole city into Soho.
Yep.
Harlem is the same way.
Yep. It's like Soho. At weekend, sometimes I went back to my father's house at Friday and Saturday. Full street is packed of people. Drinking, social life, smoking pot, the whole street. It's like Soho. Just like Soho.
Jimmy.
Okay.
Jimmy Tsui, man, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your story. I'm glad that you made it, and I'm glad that you're sharing, your experience.
Yeah, I want to let everybody know that how's the gang life is, and tell the young generation, don't join the gang, okay? Don't join the gang. That's what I want to do. Okay.
再见，大佬。